West Catonic 1. Andrew, if you're hearing this, then please do not go anywhere. Do not think that you can find me, because there is nothing left to find. If you are listening to this, then I am dead. That is all you need to know. Do not look into this. Do not find any answers. And the answers you probably will find will never satisfy you. I hope you are aware of that. Please forgive me for everything. You're my brother, and I loved you. But I am dead. And that is that. Leave it at that. I don't want to see you suffer the same fate as I have. Please understand that I am not trying to push us away even further than we already are. I want us to be a family again, but I can't let that happen. Listen, I know you're a curious mind, and I know you want answers, and I want to provide those answers as best I can. But I can't provide any at all. So, I will do the best I can to help you on that path. Start at West Catonic University. You know where that is, right? Once there, drop my name, Michael Thurston. When you do, they will give you a scholarship of $25,000. That is yours. Study school there. We both know you've wanted to be an architect for a long time. Go there. And I know that this will not push you away, but I want you to find the answers so desperately. But I'm scared of the answers myself. I want you to go to the library. Ask the librarian for the Necronomicon. That will provide all the answers you need. I understand that this must seem like a lot to you, and I understand that I am dumping a lot of information. But if you have any sense, any at all, stay away. But if you want to find the answers, they're at West Catonic. That's all I heard. Michael, what have you gotten yourself into? I thought to myself multiple times, what is going on and why is it happening to him? My brother was a stand-up guy. Yeah, sure, we didn't get along all the time, but, well, we're family. At the end of the day, that's what's supposed to happen. My answers lied at West Catonic. I had to travel there. And I did. The trip was about, I'd say, 3 days out from Rhode Island. I lived in Providence, so that was going to be a problem. I got into my maroon car and traveled all the way to my friend Josh's house. He was going to be my help. He was going to take my car back to my parents and told them I'm trying to get a fresh start, when in actuality, I'm going to get answers. Yeah, sure, I could study there and do my research there, but that's not the real reason I'm going. Not the reason I want to, anyway. I want to find answers of what happened to Michael, and I will not stop at any to find those answers. When I picked Josh up, it was a silent ride. We didn't listen to any music. We didn't talk to each other. We both knew what I was planning on doing, and we both knew it was dumb, but it was the only ride I needed to take. The road was quiet. Our thoughts, we wanted to say something, but we both know there was absolutely no reason. He probably wanted to try and convince me to stop whatever I was doing, but he knew it wouldn't work. I knew it wouldn't work. So we just sat there in silence for an hour and a half until we got to the airport. He then decided to say one word. Really? I asked. What? You're seriously going to West Catonic to find answers on your brother? I get it. You two weren't close, and you wanted to mend that rift. But this is ridiculous. You're leaving everything behind, your inheritance, your future, all on some foolish notion that you barely understand. I know you never saw that video, Josh. I know you never saw it. I have no choice. I have to go to West Catonic. They have the answers I seek. And what happens when you find the answers? What happens when you get the answers? Then what? Are you going to come back or are you going to stay? Most likely going to stay. I mean, think about it. I have no choice. There's $25,000 there worth in scholarship. You barely passed math. What in the world would make you think that you would be able to pass an entire year's worth of college? In what reality would that make any sense? Well, if I'd fail, it's at least not my money coming out. It's Michael's. Huh. So you're preying on your brother that makes it okay, huh? Listen, I can't stop you, but I will try my best to help you. What I'm there for is to try and get answers. I want answers. I don't care how far I have to go to get those answers. I want those answers. But I don't understand. Going to West Catonic seems like a little bit of a dangerous road. If your brother went missing there, then why are you going? I'm not going to continue this argument. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times if I have to. I'm going there to get answers. I just can't let this die. I can't go to West Catonic and think that this is all right. We stood there in silence again. He walked over, shook my hand. He said, "Promise me something." I nodded. "Promise me that if you find what you're looking for, you will walk away. You won't pursue it anymore. You'll walk away. I can't afford to watch you get killed like your brother. Michael was my friend too. Don't forget that. I'm genuinely concerned. I've heard stories about West Catonic and professors going mad. That's just superstition talking. No, it's not. There have been maybe, 3 professors going insane, rambling about some ancient cult? At least that's what I've heard. It might be a rumor and I might be over exaggerating, but that doesn't mean I ain't gonna try and stop you. Please just understand that I'm doing everything in my power to help you, okay? Be careful. Walk away when you get the answers you want. Don't dig into it." I nodded. In actuality, I lied. There were just so many questions, and I had to get all the details. I boarded the plane, and I traveled all the way to West Catonic. When I arrived, I went to the front desk and saw the gray hair, red glasses, the most stereotypical kind of receptionist you'll find. But I guess she's been there for a while. She's good at her job, at least it looks like it. Granted, she looks like she would rather be a literal anywhere else, but I guess that's how this world works. I walked up to her and asked, "Excuse me? I'm looking for a way to get into the college. My brother should have left me a scholarship." "Who's your brother?" She said it in a way that made your skin crawl. "Michael Thurston?" Oh, she disappeared for a moment and then came back. She said, "Your brother was Michael Thurston, huh? The guy who died?" I nodded. "Yes." "Poor kid. I liked him. Well, yeah, he left you a $25,000 scholarship. You'll be seen to your quarters very soon." I nodded. I took a walk around all of West Catonic, mainly trying to avoid the library as much as I can. As much as I wanted the answers, I knew they weren't going to be the easiest to accept. I was more scared than anything. I did not want to know the truth, and I didn't want the answers. But I had to find them. So I went into the library, went up to the librarian and said, "Excuse me?" She looked at me. She was a blonde hair, blue eyed. No facial features that stuck out. Just, an average, what looked like a 45-year-old woman. I said, "Do you have the Necronomicon?" She looked at me as if I had just murdered someone. Granted, I probably just did, because the Necronomicon is something that probably got my brother killed, if he specifically wanted me to find the answers within the Necronomicon. She then shrugged and took me to a glass case within it a book. I just stared at it. I didn't know what to expect. There was not really much to inspect. I just sat there, staring at the Necronomicon, this supposed cursed book. I looked at the side, and it said, "This book is not for reading." It was opened up to a random page. It looked like page 676, and there was ramblings. It made no sense to me at all. Graffiti. It looked like someone just took a pen and went to town on the papers. That's what was confusing. How could this book lead to my brother? What did he do that was so bad?